Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and this amazing video. I'm Aditya. In this video, we are going to see a very interesting thing. We will see how to use view tree with TypeScript and use TensorFlow object detection model to detect object in a camera or in a webcam. So without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, so first thing we need to do is go to our project, which I have already created, and there I have created a page webcam.view, which is added over here in the routes. So just like in view router, then we have the selector, which is just a normal select with like simple HTML select and v model being attached, or the model value being attached over here. And next thing we have is this detector component. So let's create this detector component. So here I'm going to say new file detector.view. So this detector component is actually nothing but where we will have our video running, and all those object detection code will go exactly inside this. So I'm just creating like a wrapper component for our object detection component. So here I'm going to say template, and inside that I will take a div, and inside that div, so here I will give it some class. I'm going to say width of full and height of full, maybe, or height of auto. Let's do height of auto. So okay, this is okay, so we have the div, and inside this div we will create a video element. So here I'm going to say video, and here I'm going to say to this video just going to give some ref. So that's going to be our video element. And then here I will say that this video has width of full, height of full, so taking the space of this div and just gonna put it in the center of this div. Okay, so our video element is ready. Now let's create a script tag. So the script tag will be just simple TypeScript tag with a setup. Actually, it's going to be a setup script. So here what I need is, first I need to take the video, and then I will say by default it's going to be black. Now let's import this ref. So this is going to come from view, and what I'm saying here is, okay, so this video I have referred it over here so that I can get this video element, HTML element, and to give this a type, I'm going to say it has the type of HTML video element. Okay, now after we have this video element, we need to check, okay, is this, like wherever this code is running, is that browser supporting webcam feature, or is that browser allowing to have you those cameras, the camera functionalities? So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to check unmounted. So here we will see if there is media devices in navigator, and if there is get user media in navigator dot media devices. So simply we are saying, can we access camera? Or in simple words, more like, is it possible for us to use the camera inside this browser or wherever this code is running? So then once we have that, we will go over here and just get the devices that all, like this monitor suppose like all the devices, and then we will start the video. So to get the devices, I'll take a ref over here. I'm going to say const ref, sorry, not ref, or devices is equal to ref of empty array, and this is going to be type of media devices or media device info, and the array of media device info. Okay, let's bring in the selector component that we have so that we can show the list of cameras that are supported by the, or that are available on this device, sorry, on this system. So here I will have the option, option, and I'm going to say change camera, and then I will iterate over all the devices that we got. But before I iterate, let me show you something interesting. So here I will show you, once we have this, let's get the devices and let's see something. Devices.value equal to, then I'm going to say navigator, navigator dot media devices, and then enumerate over this devices, and this is going to be an async function. shouldn't be const, sorry. This is going to be an async function, so I'm going to say await. And as you could see, like it says, this needs to be into an async function like this, so that we can get the value out of this. And then if I just like get it in synchronous way, and if I just print the devices, let's see what we get. So if I just run this npm run dev here, so we have the list of devices, and there are a total 9 devices currently available on my system. So some are media devices, some are input devices, so some are audio, some are video. So we just want the video devices, so this kind will tell us what kind of devices we want. So we just want the video input elements or input devices. So here I'm going to say, okay, whatever devices you have got, so devices dot value, just filter the devices dot value or the entire array, and just keep those devices whose kind is equal to video input. And then we can use here v for. This is going to be item index pair in devices, and we will give it a key of index, so each element index is which is going to be unique. Value, now here we want the device ID for each of the device. So here I'm going to say item.device ID, and here we will have item.label, if I'm correct. Let's see. So we have item.label. So if we save that and just go back over here, you'll see that we are okay. So something is wrong over here. So if we refresh, okay, so this is coming like the, we haven't imported the selector, so let's import that. So here I'm going to say const select equal to define async component, just gonna do lazy import, and here I will say just give some webpack chunk name, webpack chunk name. This will come from components and selector. So okay, you'll see this error is just the VS Code error, so you can ignore that. And then if I go back over here, so you have this change camera and all those things. Okay, so we need this change camera over here. Yeah, this needs some value, so this is gonna be blank. And now I will bind this with the camera that we have. So I'm gonna say here vModel equal to the camera, whichever camera is selected. So that camera, we will take it as a string first. So camera equal to ref of string. Oh, sorry, it should be like this, and here it's gonna be string. And then we will say here, okay, we just want the very first detected device as a camera. So we're gonna say camera.value equal to devices.value, the first device ID. Okay. Next we go back over here again, so we have the integrated camera because that's the very first device we have. And now simply we start our video. So here I'm going to say, okay, we have the camera, we have all the list of devices, and now just start streaming. So here just run this function and just create this function over here. So I'm going to say function start stream. This is gonna return nothing. So here we could either do async, like make this function as async and then do await, or we can do it totally with a promise. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say navigator dot media devices dot get user media. Inside this I want to pass certain options. So here I'm going to say video. I want the video from that device ID which is being selected. So this will be camera.value. Now it will throw an error sometimes saying that this might not be defined or something like that. If it throws an error, you can simply give this a type of like this as string. Okay, so it won't throw any type error if you do it like this. Now what we are going to do is, okay, we have this video, like we started the video, then we will say whatever stream we have received. So the stream, that's gonna be media stream or type of media stream. we will just set that media stream video dot value dot set, src object will be this media stream, whatever stream we have received. Now to solve this type error again, pretty simple. We just need to tell TypeScript that this video is of type HTML video element. Okay, so that the type error will go. Now if you notice, it's so simple in TypeScript, like it is actually super simple. All you need to do is just take care of the typing, which might sound challenging at first, but once you get used to it, all we need to do is just follow the typing. That's it, and you have less errors and everything is sorted. So this is done. We just gave it a type saying that okay, we are not passing anything undefined. This is HTML video element type, so you can target the src object of it. Okay, so video is there. Save this and see if we can get the video. So camera started, just refresh the page, and okay, the video is not rendering over here, so let me see what's wrong. It's not streaming. Oops, we forgot the very important part. We just need to say here autoplay. And if you want to make this work on mobile or especially in iPhone, you just need to give here plays inline attribute. Okay, also to like this will take the full width on all the devices. So if you want to have it on desktop just with particular width, all you need to do is just need to say here that on mobile it will take 100% width, the div, but on the other devices, on the iPad or other devices, it will take the width of 640 pixel. Hello. So there we are. So now next thing is, okay, our video is running, everything is great. Now start detecting the objects. So if we go over here, object detection, just need to download or install certain packages. So first we need this Tensorflow TFJS, then Coco SSD model. Now what is this Coco SSD model? So as I said, TensorFlow provides amazing models, amazing APIs actually, and each model can be imported or can be installed separately. So Coco SSD is one of the models for object detection, and if I'm not wrong, it takes let me see what it takes. Yeah, it takes image, video and canvas as input, or it can take any image, it can take any video stream, or it can take the canvas drawing, which is on HTML canvas drawing, and it detects the object in that. So it has actually so far 80 classes. So it detects like very specific generic classes. If you see the list of classes, like there are a variety of classes it detect, person, bicycle, and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. So let's use this. So let's oh yeah, we also need this thing. So we need to install backend CPU, like the library for backend CPU and backend WebGL. So these are the peer dependencies packages that you need to use with Coco SSD. So what we are going to do is we'll install them normally and then just import it in our script. Perfect. Just need to provide a space over here. Great. So as it is installing, I'll just explain you how it works. So once you have this all installed, you need to import them one by one, and all you need to do is load the model. As you could see, it's an asynchronous process, so we are just putting a wait here to go it synchronously. Load the model, then use that model to detect whatever video stream you have. Just use that video stream, pass it to the model in that detect function, and it will give you the predictions of all those objects in an array. Okay, so if it is done, let's run this and let's go over here. So all we need to do is import them one by one. So here I'm going to say @TensorFlow backend CPU, and then import @TensorFlow backend WebGL. Now, if you notice, I haven't done any star as something or named import or something like that. We just need them as it is, so that these two files are loaded, so that this thing can work correctly. Now, okay, we have the video, we have everything. Next thing we need to do is once we started streaming, we need to detect objects. So here I'm going to say detect objects, just a function, and that function we will just write here. So I'm going to say function detect objects. Now this will return a promise of void And what we need to do is to make it return, we just need to make it a async function like this. Okay, so next thing we need to do is first we need the model. So first I'm going to say const model equal to await coco sst dot load. Now we have the model, then we need to predict. So I'm going to say predictions equal to model dot predict, sorry, model dot detect. This is going to be again an await function, or it's going to be in synchronous. So here we will pass the value. So here we're going to say video dot value. If this throws an error of undefined, you know what to do. Just say here, this is nothing but as HTML video element. HTML video element here. Perfect. Now if we just console this predictions, console.log predictions, let's run this. It's already running. So let's go and see what predictions we have. So if I just reload this, there. So it says that, okay, it gives the coordinates of me because it has detected me as a person. And if you see it, the accuracy is of 0.91, which means 91% accuracy. It runs from 0 to 1 to know that I'm a person. And in this, you'll see the first parameter is the x coordinate, y coordinate of the box. So it will start somewhere here. And then it says the width and height of that box. Okay, so let's now draw that canva. Oh, sorry, let's draw that box on that canva. So here I will make this as relative, and whatever canva we are taking, we'll make it as absolute. So canvas, and here I'm going to say class equal to, this is going to be absolute. Take the full width and height of the parent, same like the video, so that it can cover that video. We just want to create a layer over that video. BG transparent. Then once we have the BG transparent, we'll say top of 0 and left of 0, so that it starts exactly at this position, goes all the way over this thing. And we can also give this MX auto so that it coincides with this video, whatever video we have. Okay, next all we need to do is get attach a ref to it. So here I'm gonna say here, yeah, ref equal to, this is gonna be, I'll call it drawing board. You can call it anything, it doesn't matter. So that drawing board, we can create a ref over here. So here I'm gonna say const drawing board, and it is gonna be HTML canvas element. Perfect. Now next thing is using this thing. So here I'm gonna say for each prediction, you draw a box on that canva. Now you cannot directly draw on that canvas. You draw on the 2D context of that canva. So here we say const context. Now from that drawing board dot value, we want to get the context and we want the 2D context. Okay. Now this optional parameter again, so if you want to, if you remove this optional like question mark, it will throw an error. Simply do it like this, as HTML canvas element. Okay, that's great. Now we will say, okay, for each predictions, there are prediction. Now for each of those prediction, if you want to make this prediction, by the way, typed, you can do it. It's pretty simple. You could simply say this is going to be coco ssd dot detected object, and it's the array of those detected objects. Okay, so then next thing we need to do is we will say, okay, on each prediction we will get x, y, width and height. So I'm just using the destructure syntax in JavaScript. Like if you have used React, you do use state, like so you do give an array of state and set state function, and you make it equal to a use state in React. So in the same way, whatever prediction dot b box, whatever this value returns, it's going to return this x, y, width and height. So we can just spread it on, you can just like use the destructured syntax and just assign it individually to that elements, variables in a sequence. Okay, so once that's done, next thing we need to do is we need the label. So we just want to put a label on that box. So we just know that what is that object is. So here I'm going to say const label. This is going to be prediction dot class. If you notice, I haven't typed these things because once you give the value to this, if I hover over this, it's going to be string. If I hover over this, it's going to be number, because these things are typed by default. So we don't need to worry about typing this. Now label is there, width, height, xy, everything is there. Next thing, we need to draw the box. So we will say, okay, context. Now here you will get error for the type, that's saying that because this could be undefined. So in that case, what you need to do is, or if you want it to be defined, so if I hover over it, you will see it has a type of canvas rendering context 2D, and also it has a type of null. So if it is null, then it will throw type error. So we just need to make sure if context, so if the context is set, then we first assign variables of color, stroke width, and all other thing like line width of that box. So we can take it outside over here. So simply I will say const color equal to, let's say I want the blue color. Sorry for my color choice. Const stroke width. Here I will say it should be around 5 pixel, and then it will ask me like what should be my font. So I will say const font equal to, let's say it should be around 25 pixel, and let's make it Arial font. Okay, so font is there, and next we just draw. So here I'm going to say context dot begin path like this. Then I say here context dot stroke style. So that's gonna be the color for that stroke. So I want it to be color. And context dot fill style. So here context dot fill style. Where is it? Here. So I want this again of blue color. Then we want to say what is the line width. So context dot line width. This is gonna be stroke width. So it's somewhat similar if you have seen my view QR code detecting video where we draw the bounding box around it. So it's somewhat same. We just give some parameters to that drawing and we just draw it, like literally we just draw. So then we say now what to do with the label, or how to put that label. So we say context dot fill text, and we say okay, what text to fill in. So it's label and where to fill in. So we want it exactly to the top left of the box. So we will say x comma y, because that's the top left of the box, because that's the origin point. Then we say okay, just start, or just draw something like that. Stroke is just like, or fill in the path that you are drawing. Now we need to also tell, okay, we said begin path, but what path to follow. So here we will say context dot rectangle, or rect for rectangle. Then we want to start from x comma y, and we want its width and height to be whatever is the width and height we have received over here. Okay, now this will draw the box. So let's see if it really draws. So if we go over here, over here, just refresh. So let's wait for a minute. Okay, now if you notice that box is like below, it's not covering me correctly. So what we need to do is we just need to make sure that this canvas get the height of the video and the width and height of the video, so it goes automatically over there. So what I'm going to do here is I will say we come over here. I'm going to say, okay, let's do like this actually. If drawing board dot value, then we don't need to specify the type, so it knows that it's not undefined. So we can just put it over here like this, put it like this, and here we could say now this gets undefined, so we could, and canvas rendering context 2D. So here if I go, it says null is not assignable to canvas rendering context 2D. Okay, so here we need to tell okay, so it's just the other way around. We are just saying that okay, whatever this is going to be, it's not going to be null, it will be this canvas rendering context. Okay, now once that's done, next thing we need to do is, so now we need to get the height and width of the video. So here I'm going to say okay, we got the drawing board dot value. So here I will say drawing board dot value dot height. Now this height will correspond to video dot value as HTML video element, so that we don't get that type error. And we want its video height. Same for the width. So let's just copy this from here, paste it over here. We will say here, okay, this is going to be width and this is going to be width. Okay, now if we just format it a bit and just go over here, save this, refresh this, let's see if it works. Oh, perfect. So now it is covering me correctly. So that's great. Now the problem here is this is overlapping with this. So what we need to do is, in that case, we can just keep this selector actually outside of div like this. And what we could do is we could say for this div, so selector, we can give margin top of 4 maybe around that side. And if we take it again, let's see the loop. So refresh. There, so there is a margin. Now if we just see the box around it, yeah, perfect. The label is very small. I guess I forgot something for the font. Yes, I didn't put the font over here, so here I need to say context.font. Oops, font. This is going to be the font that we have assigned to a semicolon. It's just the formatter. I'm using Prettier extension, so you just put the semicolon around it. So we just now refresh. Okay, so there it is. So it says I'm person. That's great. Now other thing I need to do is I need to check if it detects another object. So if I take this like this, it's not detecting anything, like it's doing nothing, because this function is running only once. So we need to make it run again. We can put it in the interval like this so that it continuously detects behind the scene. Also make sure that the hardware performance might matter. So sometimes it can be slow, sometimes it can be fast. So if I take the scissor, let's see if it detects scissor. Let's keep it like this. Yeah, it detected scissors. That's great. Now let's go back again. Now you see like it's still detecting, it's still showing the scissors because it's still having the previous state. Now till it detects me again, it will be like this. So let's see if it detects me back again quick. Yeah, there it is. So it takes a bit of time here and there. So that's all in this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you feel this video is worth sharing, please do share with your network. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. So see you in the next video. Till the next time, goodbye.